Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the fall season premiere of Discovering. Well, as most walleye anglers know, the best fishing for that species is generally right around the opener, then again in October and November, and then around first ice in the early winter ice fishing season. Well, what do you do in the interim? Well, tonight we're headed to Iron County and fish with two of the best pro angler educators you'll ever meet, Mark Martin and Mike Goffran.
Oh yeah,
Good fish.
that's a good one right there. Nice 7.5, 8 pounds right there. That's not bad at all. That's a good fish.
Mark Martin is no stranger to the Discovering camera. Mark's been here a number of times explaining techniques, new products, and pointing out fishing opportunities. Now Mark, who hails from Twin Lake, Michigan near Grand Haven, has written a couple of books on walleye fishing, and his work appears frequently in magazines. His new partner is Mike Goffran of Antioch, Illinois. Mike was the In-Fisherman Professional Walleye Trail Angler of the Year in 1999, and last year was the winner of the In-Fisherman Professional Walleye Tournament at Sault Ste. Marie. In August, the pair were in the Upper Peninsula to promote walleye fishing in Iron County. Now, one of the lakes we went to was a special regulation lake in the Ottawa National Forest. Here at Winslow Lake, anglers are prohibited from keeping or possessing any walleye. Now, the idea is to provide a good catch-and-release fishery for what Mark calls an outstanding opportunity to hone one's fishing skills.
Got him. Yeah. Right off on this side of the point, not very a big one, but he's an eye. Come on. There we go. Yeah, they're fun to catch here. Nice lake to bring kids to and be able to teach them how to do things, or adults that haven't fished a lot. It's a good lake to learn how to fish jigs or anything that you want to put in the water, and at least you get the confidence to use them. And that's one thing that, you know, growing up, both Mike and I have had a lot of opportunity to fish many different bodies of water and get that confidence. You know, like we're able to go, oh, there's a bite, and lead it along and just hold it just tight enough to where that fish wants to take it more, where if we pulled back a little bit more on it, it would drop it, or if we gave it to him on a slack line, that fish would drop it also. So kind of we're just weighing them up today. They're not in a real aggressive mode, and that's the best way to do it, is just weighing them up. There we go.
I'm gonna go get the players right away.
Yeah, get the players to take them off. And yeah, that one was right off the edge of this rock reef there, Mike, and okay. I think there's maybe a few of them that might have slipped off. Maybe they've fed on this reef here and dropped off the edge, and I think we better check the outer edge more. Nice Winslow.
Beautiful looking fish, healthy looking, nice and thick.
Is that
jigging a crawler?
Jigging a crawler?
Yeah.
One of those fireballs?
Yeah. About a 16th ounce fireball. Let him go back.
Well, let's fire him out there again, see what happens.
Yep. What are you using, Mark? You're using a minnow, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm using a minnow. That has been good.
I think I'm going to stick with the night crawler.
Okay. Sounds like a winner.
I was just dragging that too.
There's another fish on the locator right here right now.
We started out this morning on a finger-shaped hump right in the middle of the lake. Now our target is the mud to rock transition, where the fish are feeding.
Looks like maybe another one. There looks like 3 or 4 fish right down here on this, getting out towards the end of this point here.
How wide would you say your cone is down there, Mark?
In about 13, 14.
There he is.
There you go. You got him. We marked him and Mike got him.
There he is. Sorry about that, Mark.
Sorry to get in your way, Mike.
See, normally he doesn't tell me about the fish on the graph up there.
pickup, Mike?
Yep. Oh, I got
It's
it.
fun when you can mark fish and catch them. I mean, that is, and that's the other thing too, is people can learn their electronics out on a lake like this a lot better. They can mark fish and catch their fish, get more, you know, confidence in not only their fishing skills, but their electronics. When they see stuff, they know learn what they're really seeing on their electronics. The other thing that they're, you know, electronics in this depth of water, we're probably seeing in like 14, 15 feet, maybe only 2 to 3 foot diameter circle down on the bottom with this 20-degree cone angle right here. So we're not getting a big perspective of the bottom, which you don't want really, because we want to follow the structure and kind of stay on the edge of the drop-offs of the reef here. And if we had a great big cone angle, we wouldn't be sure if we're right on the edge or we're out over the flat off the edge. With a 20-degree cone angle, it's kind of good for everything. There you go, Mike. You got one out there.
Nice too. Yeah.
See them hit that Solar
Oh, he's
XT.
fighting.
Oh yeah, they're getting better.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. You got one too, Mark?
Yeah,
Big one? Or?
I got one going.
Average?
I got one going right out here,
Okay.
and I'll just let
I'm using
him.
this Solar XT here, and this particular fish, when he bit, I actually seen my line jump before I felt him on my rod. So with a finicky bite, when you get an aggressive fish like this, you see your line jump, you can set on him right away. So puts a lot more fish in the boat using Solar XT, because you can see the hits, you can feel the bottom a lot better too.
Yeah, still got this one going.
Do you really?
Yeah, on this sensation line, you can really feel everything. There we go. Now he's not like yours, Mike.
Yeah, but
It's another fish, though. Oh, yeah.
walleye.
Yeah. The other thing too that Mike and I like to do is hit our back reel on our reel. Sometimes when they get right by the boat, you can back up like that and let them go down, and you keep a constant tension on them. Oh, there he is. He's not too bad of a fish. Yeah, in tournaments I'd take 5 of these in the box real fast, especially like I said when we head to Bismarck. A fish like this in Bismarck would weigh not even half as much as this one would, the same size. Oop. Oh, we're in 13 feet.
Oh, it's a big bluegill.
Look at the size of that bluegill. Hokey Pete. Now that's a bluegill there, Mike.
Yeah, I knew it felt different.
Well, out of this lake you can
Whoa.
keep bluegill. That's a trophy bluegill.
I've got one on my wall from Perch Lake. It's quite a bit bigger than this one, but geez, that one covers my whole hand and then some.
That's a 11-inch bluegill there,
It
Mike.
is.
Wow. That one fought as hard as some of the walleyes.
I gotta take this one back and
Yeah.
maybe show some people, huh?
Oh, really? That's a trophy. We'll get some pictures with them after a while.
Look at that thing.
That's a
Look
beautiful.
at the color on it.
Well, we caught over 20 walleyes and this incredible bluegill on this exact spot. But it's time to move to another location on the lake. When Discovering returns, Mark and Mike will show you how shallow weed beds can be the hot spot for late summer walleyes. Stay tuned.
There's a pickup right there.
I got a pickup too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I got mine.
I got
You get
mine
yours?
too. Yep. Oh yeah, these are good fish.
This is a nice one.
I think we picked. This is right
I'm gonna
where.
have to back reel this one, I think.
Yeah, same. But this has been right where the weeds are. They, right in the rocks and the weeds.
How big is yours?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, look at the size of that wall. Now that's a walleye. Oh, that's got shoulders there.
That's a dandy. About
Here we-
20 inches or so.
Yeah, 20 inches or so for
I'll
sure.
reach down and grab yours. Let me unhook
Yeah,
mine here and
let you get that
throw
one.
him back. Just a jig and a crawler.
Yeah, I was just pulling it off.
Probably
of some
17 inches. Reach down and grab yours, Mark.
weeds. Okay. That sounds good.
Oh, that's a nice looking fish.
Yes.
Whew.
Great. That's a good one there.
Nice hook job.
Yeah.
Way down there.
Right down in his mouth there.
Easy.
Yeah, I don't.
Easy big guy.
There, right through. Yep, I was pulling off of some of them weeds right there.
Just for the heck of it, let's bump this one, huh?
Yeah.
19, almost 20 inches.
Almost 20 inches. That's a nice fish.
Yep.
Pretty color. That's a...
Nice and thick on the back.
They're
Kind
kind
of
of...
healthy.
The belly even gets yellow on them in here. Well, let's catch some more out here. It's kind of like mud, rock, and weed in here that these fish are holding on. The water temperature's dropped in here probably about 2 degrees since we first started fishing it earlier in the week, and these fish, there's still a few on the rocks and the rock splines in here, but they're relating to the rocks, weeds, and mud in here now.
Fishing like a break line here, and there's little points that come out on it.
Yeah.
And the little points have a combination of weed and rock, and it seems like that's what the fish are pretty much holding to here.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. That's nice when you look down that Solar XT right there and
Yeah.
thought you just had a bite there.
Well, I'm just, I'm casting up there. I'm waiting for the jig to hit the bottom. I'm watching my line, and the line slacks when the jig hits the bottom. And I'm just kind of lifting my rod tip and letting it pull it up, let it hit the bottom, pull up and let it hit the bottom. And you can see your line jump like that, and you know, you kind of feel them there and set the hook. It's fun though.
Technique that you know, a lot of people think you just got to sit there and constantly jig because you got a jig on it. And a jig is just a split shot and a hook, and you just work it along just like pretend you got a split shot and a hook on, you know, lift and drop, not sit there and jig continually. And it's just subtle little pickups that you're going to get. Well, I'm going to grab a leech here and try to...
I'll get you one since you're running the boat, Mark.
All right, thanks. Get one of them in the leech tamer there?
Yeah.
All right.
I think that one's empty.
That one's empty. There we go. All right, thanks a lot. Look at those things. They go nuts in this bag. But you can see them all bouncing around there. And the secret too, like Mike was saying, you know, they're in warm water, and a lot of people try to keep them cold in their coolers, and what that does is you put them in the warm water from a cold cooler, they ball up, and in the springtime, you put them out in your boat and they get warm in those styrofoam cups like on a day like today, and they get real lively too, but then you throw them in cold water, and then they just ball up also. So the proper thing is to temper your leeches, keep them in the water you're going to fish with, whether it's spring, summer, fall, and you're going to have the leeches are always going to be moving around in there. And when you put them on a hook, like we do.
Mark, you were saying the other day to me, how many hours does it take a leech with 5-degree water temperature difference? What was it, 4 hours or something?
Yeah,
for him to recoup?
Yep, 4 to 5 hours before a leech will recover and be lively as that one will on the hook, and be as lively in the water too. Otherwise they just will sit there like a piece of meat, and you might as well put a hot dog on the end of it.
Mark, tell me what this trip's all about here.
Well, it's a showcase in Iron County here for the Travel Bureau and the Chamber of Commerce invited Mike and I up here to fish the area lakes and bring outdoor writers in and TV media so that they can like showcase all the different little lakes that they have in the area that are chock full of fish. And I'll tell you what, they're definitely you know, full of fish. Over the course of the time that we've been here over this past week, you know, not even counting the ones we've caught here today already, if we counted them, would be over 300 fish. You know, the top end fish have been in the 3.5 to 5 pound range. You know, not a whole lot of them, but enough where the average family man or family can come up here and have a great time and probably catch a trophy of a lifetime too in these lakes and have a lot of fun doing it. And the other thing that we're kind of showing too is that you don't really, there you got something going, Mike? Oh, okay. is that you don't need a big boat. We got a big boat doing this stuff. You really don't need a big boat. You can have a 12-foot rowboat, you can have a canoe and be on these same bodies of water. As long as you have a fish finder in the boat and some jigs and rigs and some spinners, you're gonna have a good time up here. We've caught most of our fish in probably less than 5 feet of water, and a lot of them have been in the weeds, and we'll get into some of those weed fish here today too on this body of water. A lot of people are fishing structure and that's really good, but them fish have been pounded like in other parts of the country that we go to. Mike's specialty is jig fishing, and we've all across the country fished walleyes in 2-3 feet of water for years.
It's just amazing the skills we bring into these bodies of water and apply them to a little lake like this and go into the shallow water and find these fish in the shallow water. You see these people fishing out here and they're fishing a rock hump that everybody knows about. Well, sure, there's going to be fish there at low light conditions, ideal. Maybe a thunderstorm coming through or a low pressure coming through just before a storm, and they're going to fish that. But the shorelines and the little back bays that have the weeds in them, we have been just finding all kinds of fish in there, all the way from 3.5 pound smallmouth to all the way up to 3 pound walleye, which there are some big walleyes up here, but fall time your better chances at the bigger fish, I think, are in the fall up here and spring. But we've been finding all kinds of fish in the back bays and the weeds, and it's a lot of times you can get right out of the wind and it's dead calm back there and just have a ball catching walleyes, smallmouth, big perch, big bluegills. It's just got so much to offer.
Well, special thanks to Mark and Mike for the great fishing. Beth Burkheiser, the Iron County EDC, who arranged my lodging at the Iron Inn Motel, and great meals at such super restaurants as the Chippewa Resort, the Depot, Zippity Doodas, and Mr. T's. Well, stay tuned. Discovering remembers Henry Jones when I return. Welcome back to Discovering. Well, the bear hunting season opened today across the Upper Peninsula for those lucky enough to hold a permit. Every year I try and feature a good bear hunter, and a couple of years ago we met one of the most experienced hound hunters here in the state of Michigan. His name was Henry Jones. Well, Henry passed away this last summer, and tonight I'd like to pay a final tribute to this outstanding bear hunter.
Yeah, they almost considered bears predator up here at the time I started hunting. It's when they first, I think one of the first seasons was about 1953, and they had a season in August, and then they had another one later in the fall, and I came up to both seasons and managed to get bear each season. Looked like it was pretty easy, but I found out since that it wasn't as easy as it looked. First time or two I tried it.
Henry hunted bears in the UP for a half century, and most of the time with Marge, his wife of 60 years. His favorite breed of dog was the Plott Hound, and he was known nationwide for his dog's bloodlines. Henry hunted last year at the age of 88. He passed away of cancer on May 7th at his home in Lower Michigan. Till next week, this is Buck Levasseur saying get out and enjoy the great outdoors.